confusing. Because if the opponent is confused, they have a chance of not attacking you, which is perfect. Because it's just like paralysis and such. The only difference is that, of course, confusion, they can hurt themselves, which is actually pretty good. Alright, this is going to be the most annoying part because the game's going to sound really weird. There we go. Perfect. We got a war turtle. That means that Brock is going to be easy. To be fair, we didn't really need to evolve and all that, but since we did, it's going to make it much more easier. Plus, I at least wanted to get Water Gun because that's a 40 base power move in this generation, or just any generation, I guess. But that's 40 base power compared to like 20, so that means that we're definitely going to be able to take on Brock in like 2 sweeps, pretty much. And same thing with Pokemon Red, we need to at least fight every trainer, or any trainer we get a hold of, in order to pretty much win. I think I kind of skipped a few for Pokemon Red. What? I don't have that kind of... Oh, that's right, yeah. You do not go to what I can maximum buy, so I'm just going to spend all that on that. Thank you. And that's that. Alright. Let's go to Brock's Gym. Actually, I don't think I showed this off last time. So if you try to leave Pewter City without beating Brock... Now, in Generation 3, I know he does something, but I don't know if he does it here. You're a trainer, right? Brock's looking for new challengers. Follow me. Oh, no, you still follow him. Okay. Yeah, so if you try to leave without being Brock, he pretty much brings you to the gym and goes, here's the gym, buddy. If you have the right stuff, go take on Brock. And he sort of just walks that direction. But how did he get past? He's a ghost, apparently. Hello, buddy. Stop right there, kid. You're still light years from facing Brock, are you sure? I think you're light years away from facing Brock. But that's just me. Alright. Yeah, look at Squirts go, man. Squirts is good. What again? Oh, they don't have the normal thing from Cerebi where they show you the back sprite. That's kind of weird. Anyway. It's fine. So, what was that about me not being able to beat up Brock? I think you're wrong about that, buddy. Darn. Darn, man. Light year measures distance. Yeah, light years doesn't... Yeah, light years is distance, not time, buddy. I'm Brock. I'm Pewter City's gym leader. I believe in rock-hard defense and determination. That's why my Pokemon are all the rock type. You still want to challenge me? Fine then. Show me your best. I like how in this old damage taken list, specifically for the Gen 1 game, they specifically have to list Dragon as doing neutral damage, but Dragon only has one move, which will always do 40. I don't really think you need to put Dragon as that. And pretty much, if you're going to go with a list like this, you might as well just make Psychic double damage, because seriously, everybody's going to remember the Alakazam. Oh my god, I level 14 Onyx. Oh man, how are we going to deal with this? Water Gun. Yeah, I know your stats better than you do, Onyx. I know your special stats pretty garbage. Right? Am I right on that, though? Then again, I'm remembering its special defense, not its special stat. But I'm pretty sure it's probably just as bad, right? If not worse. 30, yeah, that's nothing. Yeah, because I remember being, like... I'm not confused. What's the wording for it? I take this with you. I got a TM for Bide, I think, right? Taunt Pokemon. TM is only good once. Teaching technique. Pick the Pokemon carefully. TM contains Bide, yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm just gonna fight every trainer for the most part. Yeah, because I remember, I think it was when X and Y was out, I think? Or when they were like pretty much the current game kind of thing. I was looking at every Mega Pokemon and I was really surprised to see like Steelix being like having like what was its Mega defense, like its Mega Form's defense. Yeah, it was base 230 and I was like, what? I was like really confused by that and I had to take a double take on that. I'm like, what? That doesn't make any sense. And then I kinda like had to take a look at Steelix's normal defense and it's 200 and I went, what? Steelix's base defense is 200? And I'm like, wow, I never knew that. Mainly because I never really did ever have a Steelix. I think the only other time I think I had it was when you were able to catch it in a game. Which game was it though? Was it Gen 5 I think I was able to catch it? There's one game where you're able to catch it. It may have been Black 2. No, it wasn't Black 2. It might have been Gen 4 actually. Yeah, it was Diamond and Pearl. I think it was Victory Road. Or Hercule till Silver. I don't know. I remember at one point I caught it and I went, okay, we're good to go now. Time to leave. It might have been Diamond or Pearl actually. I'm trying to remember my team from that. But I can only remember fragments of it. I know I had a level 67 Staraptor. And that was like my main Pokemon. I know I threw Dialga into the party. I think I threw Yuxi because it was level 50. I threw Dialga, Yuxi, and Azelf in there specifically because they were level 50. But I think I gave a bunch of TMs to Azelf to make it more combat viable because I think it was like a really good it had a really good like special attack and I ended up using it that way. I can't remember what the other two Mons were. Maybe one of them was Steelix, I don't remember. I remember because I ended off the game, I ended up beating Cynthia with a level 69 Staraptor. And I had to go through the entire Elite Four twice. Because the first time I got all the way up to Cynthia, got all the way up to her like when she had like 2 Pokemon left, and my Staraptor was too weak in order to like had like 30 or so health, and she sends out I think Garchomp next or something like that, or sends something else, and I went, well, I'm down. But I got very close though. I got very close for my first time, and then my second time I ended up beating it. I think the first time, I think my Staraptor went in there as level 60 something. I think 62 or 65 or something like that. So I was really surprised when I was able to do it second time. I could literally just reminisce about Diamond as little as possible, because I don't remember exactly how everything went. I remember my starter was Piplup, because I thought Piplup was like probably the best one out of all of them. Because Chimchar looked kind of funny looking to me, and Turtwig didn't really sit well with me. Now that's whole different. Now it's like, I'm going to go towards the other two than Piplup now. But I thought Piplup was a really good choice. So I ended up going with, I think, Piplup, and then when it started to not do anything, I think my first Pokemon I caught after the Piplup, or after obtaining the Piplup, was Starly. And I went, okay, Starly, you're like the really cool bird Pokemon and I want you. And by the time I got to... No, because it was definitely before then. Yeah, because I've always been able to, by the time you get to the second gym, I've always had a Staravia. And then my Staravia just dominated the second gym. And the third gym, I had Staraptor before the gym leader. And then I think when Platinum came out, or was that when I got Pearl? I don't remember. It was one of the two. I was able to get like Staraptor to evolve just before the gym leader, which was hilarious. So pretty much the moral of the story is don't judge starters based on what they look like. Pretty much, because I got Piplup, and then by the time I got it to Empoleon, literally my Empoleon was the HM slave. Pretty much. I think he had Surf, Strength, and there was a whole bunch of other ones that I ended up giving it. I ended up not really caring that much about it. I forget what I gave it though. It was HMs. Can I see what HMs I can learn? Because I'll definitely remember by looking at it. Oh, Cut, Surf, Strength, and Rock Smash. That's what it was. It was level 40, I think, and that's all it pretty much knew by the end of it. I think I tried leveling it up normally, like through battles kind of thing, and I kind of just went, you know what? Why am I keeping this in my party? And then I kind of just never used it. And then during the playground talk, I heard that you can catch Giratina at the one cave, and that it was like, and this was back when the internet, I think, wasn't as, I don't want to say wasn't as advanced, because I think the internet was still advanced in its own little way. It was advanced, but it wasn't to the degree as of now, where pretty much like day 2 of the game being out, like 50% of the game is already out on a Wikipedia or like a sort of walkthrough kind of thing. So there was like little to information on how to actually like get straight to Giratina without having any problems. And I think I just like bumbled my way over there. And I remember because like I was randomly going into different directions, and then I think I had to look up a YouTube video. I forget which one it was, but it ended up having like, you have to detect like the pixels on the screen, and then like if it looks like it's got more light on it, then that's where you go. And I went, eh? And I went, okay, and I just went into random directions, and I ended up finding it. Or it told you to like find certain pillars, and if you found this specific pillar, it tells you to go up. And then I went, oh, okay. I'm trying to remember everything else though. But I remember Giratina was difficult to capture, but not difficult to stall, because I used my Staraptor, which was I think level 80 at this point, or was like level 70 something. It was like it was definitely a higher level than the Giratina, and I was like, oh, like I expected Giratina to be like level like 50 or 60 kind of thing. So I was like, oh, this is nothing. Like I can be able to take on this guy. And then he's like, comes out as level 70, and I went, oh god, he kept using. Okay, because there's now a move now that like it does the same exact thing. It's just weaker. Phantom Force, I think, or something like that. or whichever one is Giratina's signature move. I forget now. They have like a different one. They have like Shadow Force, I think now, or that's Giratina's move. I don't remember. But like pretty much like he kept using that, and then I was like, it's not hitting me, and I'm like, that's a ghost move. I can actually do something about that. And then I was able to like, and after like 3 or no, it wasn't 3 attempts. What was it? It was like 7 attempts or something like that. I was able to finally capture it. And I was like, oh my god, I'm never, like, removing this cartridge out of this, like, seriously. Like, that was my first time ever having difficulty. And this was back during the time when I actually caught things with, like, Dusk Balls and Timer Balls and stuff like that. Like, I never went with the only Pokeballs route. And now I'd probably be splitting hairs even faster than that time. But I don't know, I think I had a lovely time over there, and that's when I think one of my friends, had the action replay, and they actually